Hello beautiful one, welcome back to my channel where we mix astrology and yoga to transform in profound ways. My name is Leah and I will be your guide for today. So I invite you to sit on something. It can be a bolster, it can be whatever, just for you to have your hips higher or at the same level as your knees to be comfortable, because today we're going to explore Mercury. And I cannot make a series on Mercury and your throat chakra without working with pranayamas and mantras. Yes, that's a very wide topic that we're gonna just condense in a small practice. I will explain a lot, so I'm gonna talk a bit more, but because yoga in general is a very powerful tool. And for you to be safe using it, you need to understand a lot of things, like what does it mean? What is it for? And what is the correct placement? Because sometimes people make you do things without really explaining, or you just hear it and you put it in, like for mantras, for example, in your house. I don't advise you to do that. Mantras are made when, and I'm talking specific about Sanskrit mantras. They're very old and very powerful, so I invite you to use them wisely when you are practicing. It's made for that, not for background noise in a way. So this practice is dedicated for you to really open your throat chakra and release the power that you have inside of you through it. So we're going to start with Om, very famous. Om is not a word. Om is a sound. Om is the sound of life. It's the first sound that has ever been made. And that's interesting because when you look at different cultures and different spirituality, you can see that the way that Om is said is very similar to the way they say Amen in the Vatican. Because they don't say Amen, they say Amen. And when you start your Om, you're supposed to start in like A, O, M, and not just Om. It starts lower than that. And I found interesting when I can connect different spirituality together, and when they have, like, there is a silver lining between different civilization and practices. I think it's beautiful. So when you are connecting to life, that's the sound that you hear. And it's activation for your Kundalini to be able to go up. Kundalini, for those who don't know, is the energy of life that sits at the base of your spine and that's activated by certain practices. So just to let you know, when we are doing Om, the longest sound should be not A, not O. For that, your tongue placement, it's not up on your palate, it's not resting, it's right in the middle. So just where you feel that you have no tension, that's what I would say, and have your lips together, but not your teeth. Your teeth should not touch when you do the part. And you're gonna inhale very profoundly and hold it just for a millisecond, and just to feel the power at the base. And basically you start your where you feel your energy is here. The so is around your chest area, and it goes up till here, your third eye. And so that's why it's called like a Kundalini activation, because it helps the sound of life go through and help the energy of life go up your spine. So it's not going to make you have a Kundalini awakening. We're just going to do 3, but you can do more if you want to on your own, but it's just for you to understand how it's supposed to flow in your body, and that's very important. So let's start. If you have any questions, you can pop them in a comment and I will try to answer to everything. So let's go. You can have your hands resting on your knees, and you're going to inhale through your nose. and you're gonna start You see, my voice is not cracking, and I'm not too low, I'm not too high. Should not hurt. Second one, inhale. You can close your eyes if you want to. If not, I'm going to show with my hands where the sound is supposed to move inside of you. Inhale and hold your power at the base of your spine. Great. Now we're going to work on Ujjayi. Ujjayi Pranayama, which is the one that we often use when we are practicing. It's called the victorious breath. And it's all through the nose. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to do it again. And it's just a slight contraction at the base of your throat. Think about making, you know, when you're a kid and you are blowing on the mirror to, like, when it's cold, to make drawing on it. That's the same feeling. And when you are inhaling, I really want you to think about the same thing. Think about your power and breathing through your belly and kind of holding it just for a second, just to feel where it is, and just then let it go through you. So we're gonna do 7 of those, and just know that when we are practicing, this is the breathing that is the most appropriate for you to burn anything that you don't want in your life. So let's do it. Same thing for your teeth, not touching, your mouth, your lips together, and your tongue is resting, no tension. Inhale. This one doesn't need to be long, just with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's working, you guys. It's relaxing me. So now we're gonna go on with Nadi shodhana. So this is also like a kriya pranayama. It's cleansing you. This one is amazing when you feel like your thoughts are racing, when you feel anxious, when you feel like you're unsettled, or you're too much in one mode, like either too mushy and not remembering things and a bit like not really present, or too focused and too controlled and maybe a bit anxious and not being able to release this control, because it's we're gonna alternate which like nostril we're breathing through, and so it's bringing air through different parts of your brain, and your brain really enjoys this, and it's just calming you. So we're only breathing through the nose, and we're gonna have a mudra. So it's only with the right hand. Some people are doing it with the left hand. That's incorrect, even if you are left-handed. Why? Because your thumb, your right thumb represents the sun. Your right nostril represents the sun Nadi too. So they are connected. When the left nostril is connected to the moon Nadi. So that's why it's important to do with the right hand. So just before that, did I have anything else to say? I don't think so. If I remember, I will let you know. So just, your two first fingers, you're gonna fold them. And so you're gonna have those two fingers and your thumb free. And you're gonna, that's what I wanted to say, the ratio. So total times, we're gonna breathe 7 times together. 7 like cycles. The thing is, for the ratio, inhale 1, hold 4, exhale 2. So if you want to do more, for example, let's say we're going to inhale today on 3. We're going to keep it for 12. And we're going to exhale on 6. Does it make sense? You're going to have it as we go. I'm sure of this. And I'm going to count with my fingers. And we're going to have a little sound on top just to help you to be able to enjoy it without being on the screen and hearing when you should change. So let's do this. If you want to do more and you're more advanced, you can do that anytime that you like. If you feel like you're panicking when you're holding your breath, that's really something that's good for you. It means that you need to develop a better relationship with your pranayama. So pranayama is exercise with breath. And so breath is life. If you don't breathe, you die. So if you are panicking with like the time, because I know that when I started that, because I started that in singing lessons when I was younger, and I couldn't hold anything, and that made me very anxious. I thought I was gonna die. And I know that yoga really helped me create a healthy and soft relationship with my breath. So just feel where you are today. If you want to increase, you can do it with the ratio. I just remind you, 1, 4, 2. 1 inhale, 4 hold, 2 exhale. And you can go very far with that. You can go like 36 hold, 48 hold, like as you want. But yeah, be gentle with yourself and start where you are. And know that time and practice is a dedication to you, to yourself, with a lot of love. So let's do it together. The mudra, again, fold. And we're gonna start inhaling through the right nostril. Close. Exhale. Inhale, left nostril. Close. Exhale, right nostril. That's one cycle. We're gonna do 6 more, so 7. Let's do it together. Mudra. Close your left nostril. Inhale. Close. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, halfway there, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, and breathe normally. Bravo! That's always a lot, but you did it. 7 cycle, so that's great. That's an amazing number if you want to do it on your own. Max, I would say 11 cycles. We're gonna go for our last pranayama. That's Bhramari. So it's the last part of the Om. When we are practicing Om, we have the at the end, and we're gonna practice this. This is an amazing one. It's also called the bee humming. I love it because sometimes it feels like the world is louder than me, and my voice is very small, and I can't hear even my own needs or my own wants. And I feel that this pranayama is helping me reconnect to my power and myself when I feel like I'm overwhelmed by the outside. So there is different tongue placements for this one, and I just want to explain them, and then you do what you like to do. But you basically have your tongue that's going to be on your palate fully, or you have your tongue in the middle, or you have your tongue relaxed on the bottom. They do different things. So your tongue, when it's fully on the top, of your palate. It's very good for every, like, any spiritual desire that you have. If you want to expand your spiritual practice, if you want to be more connected, so it's going to connect you to your pineal gland and hypothalamus part of your brain. Is going to be very activating for your third eye. So that's something that you can practice for that. When the low part, when it's resting really at the bottom of your mouth, it's more for your thyroid. If you have thyroid issues, it's amazing. If you want to expand your voice and more your throat chakra, that's where you're going to do it and expand your lung capacity. The middle is kind of both at the same time, and it should not touch anything, so it's just in the middle. When for any of those placements, that's the same for when we did with Om. Your lips are sealed together, your teeth are not touching. Just know that you can hurt yourself if your teeth are touching, so please be careful about this. And basically you inhale through your nose and you're gonna exhale as much as you can. So you hold it, as long as you can, and then you inhale again and you do it again. And we're gonna do it 7 times like the other. Just the 3 first time, we're gonna do the different placement of the tongue with me, like all together. And then you choose for the 4 that we have left, what placement feels the best for you. Sometimes the placement changes for me. Like there are days where I prefer up and days where I prefer down. So I will let you choose, but I think it's good to experience when you start with all of them, and even every day when you're practicing it. For the mudra, you can do both of your thumb are blocking your ears and you are putting the rest of your fingers on top. I think it's better for beginners and people that have nails. For people that don't have nails and are not beginners, you can do closing your ears, and you're gonna have 1 finger on your eyebrow, 1 finger on your eyes, 1 finger at the base of your nose, and the last finger really at the corner of your mouth. With my nails, it's not comfortable, so I'm doing this one. But really do what's right for you. Either way, you're gonna close your eyes. Okay, even if you are doing this way, closing the eyes to really have no other stimulus than your own sound. And that's very important. It's just the sound of you for a second. So, just saying again, lips sealed, teeth apart. We're gonna do tongue up first time, tongue middle second time, tongue resting at the bottom third time, and then you choose. We do it 7 times. You hold it as much as you can. Where you're starting is okay. It's enough. Okay? You're working with you. You stand tall. You are seated and your colon is erected. For every pranayamas that we did today, or kriya, we are standing tall because it's activating your kundalini. You want it to go up, not sideways. Okay? So let's do this together. Seal your ears. Inhale. First time we had the tongue up. Now we're going to do tongue in the middle. Close your eyes. I was looking at you. You're too beautiful. I didn't close my eyes. Okay. Seal your ears. Close your eyes. Seal your ears. Inhale, tongue in the middle. Third time, tongue at the bottom, eyes closed, still your ears. Inhale through the nose. Good. Now the 4 times resting, you do it at your pace. You do it with the tongue placement that you like. Just for the sound, not too low, not too high, just not cracking voice and not like pulling your voice. Where you feel comfortable. And let the sound clean you. If you have a bit of at first, it's okay. Your voice is waking up, but just don't stay there where your voice is frying, okay? 4 time resting, we do it together at our own pace. Thank you, beautiful one, for sharing this practice with me. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them all. I'm so glad that we got to practice together. Thank yourself for showing up today for yourself. And I can't wait to see you in the next practice. Namaste.